Hello, my loves. How are you? It's been a pretty intense 24 hours. Let me know how you've been doing in the comments. I've been picking up on quite a bit of grief energy processing, some old self-doubts clearing out, really truly dropping into the foundations of love, brand new foundations. And it feels like the collective is really getting deeper and deeper and more stable within the earth and our connection to the earth and as individuals. And I've been picking up on the section of the collective that has been more about stabilizing and embodying into their true, higher, authentic self and really working within their heart space and just whatever's coming up is becoming more and more stable. And as a result of that, it's activating the other side of the collective to sort of go into their next steps and stages. I know we've been talking about this and it's always a dance, but this feels very, very foundational to me, like root chakra, uh deep connection into the earth, like very deep stabilization point, like I've been talking about, like the root chakra of the heart chakra. And so today I'm going to dive into some deeper messages from the feminine collective and from the masculine collective on some of the things that we may be experiencing as individuals within our own inner union energies, but also to bring awareness and support for what may be happening on the bigger collective scale between the masculine and feminine collectives. Um, I've been picking up on quite a bit of energy once again, like in the right side, which about a day or so ago, there was quite a bit thawing out and opening up on the feminine side. So some of you may have been noticing or feeling that much more of your feminine energy is feeling safe to come more and more online and become more active in your energetic field. And as a result of this, it's sort of opening some spots on the masculine side where it may have been sort of sticky or in a protective mode, and there's just more rigidity clearing out. So, like I said, you could feel this within your own system, but also in your counterpart connection. So, again, I would love to hear from you. Let me know if any of this is making sense. I'm going to start actually with the masculine collective because it's been coming through more significantly. And I've had a few conversations that were confirming this for me. I was quiet because I was sort of sitting with it to see what unfolded, and got more and more confirmation that this may be bigger. I'm also aware that the circles are coming up in a few hours, and this is some of the energy that's coming in to support that as well. I'm going to get one more from the masculine. So, with this first card, the Three of Cups from the masculine collective, it's very interesting. The energy is coming through very soft to me. And it actually is starting to feel to me where the masculine side is softening to opening up their heart to more of their higher self and their true origins is what's coming through. This is fascinating because it from the Divine Feminine 7 chakra check-in I did last week. I'm going to link that below because it feels connected, but it feels almost like a offshoot. Like if that was like the feminine heart space, this is like the masculines are coming through and acknowledging that they're feeling this new opening in their heart space as well. And it really genuinely to me feels like where there was rigidity in the masculine heart, there is a softening that's happening. And what's coming through is as the feminine is softening to herself, to her own beauty, to her own love, to her own true gifts and abilities, it's allowing the masculine to feel those parts of himself. Wow. Okay. I can feel that so gorgeous. And it's actually creating a very deep healing within the heart space. But some of what we might be feeling with these emotions and the grief or the old memories processing is actually where this softening, loving fire energy is coming in and sort of cushioning and creating this nurturing, nourishing nest energy around the heart space of the masculine side. So this could obviously be internal masculine or external. Both is what is coming through. And so you'll know this because you'll be feeling it within your own field, or for the masculines who are here that have been working on their inner union, you may be feeling this in all of your heart space as well. Would love to hear from you guys if you would like to share. Well, overall, it feels like as the overall feminine energies are softening to their own love, it's allowing the masculines to feel that love internally in their own system in a new way. What's coming through is that this nourishing and nurturing energy is coming into their system from their own heart space. And it's allowing what I'm seeing is like where these thorns, um, it's interesting because they're there and they're sort of representing maybe hurts that held them back, but it's also like a feeling of resting into allowing those to dissolve through the heart healing. And there's like this is coming, like there's this awareness that the pains and the hurts and the old protective mechanisms can actually, as this healing process takes place, can just settle into the nest and become part of the overall nurturing and nourishment. And this feels important because our masculine energies on this planet have been very much denied and robbed of deep nourishment energy from within their own essences many times, but then collectively out in the world. Like true, deep, genuine nourishment, okay? Like soul, love, heart, and soul nourishment and like that deep connection from the nourishment of Mother Earth. And I said the masculines because they've been specifically targeted to not open their heart and face emotions. Yes, the feminines have been as well, of course, but feminines generally are, it's more accepted for them to go into these nourishment and nourishing energies for themselves. That's sort of like as we step into our feminine, what we're doing. So this feels like a very new energy that the masculines are beginning to feel the support of from inside of their own heart. And it's where the counterparts or are meeting in the heart space as a result of the deep inner union energies that you've been working on within your own self, right? And this is the acknowledgement of how that, as you step into all of who you are, sacred divine feminines, this is supporting the masculines to do the same. I am feeling quite a big extension with this reading from that divine feminine chakra read for sure. So you may want to check that out if this is resonating, if you didn't watch it yet. Okay. And with this Ace of Swords coming in with this message, it feels like through this nourishment and through this healing process of the heart, it's also deeply healing the nervous system. And it's coming through right now how deeply connected, obviously, our nervous system is connected to everything. But as we're talking about foundations of love, right, it's really important to have um, a healed and healing nervous system to be able to allow the rest of the body, the rest of the chakras, the rest of the system to be able to open to love, right? To be able to allow ourselves to receive the nourishment and the love, right? Like we have to feel safe to do that. So, as the collective in general is holding safe space for themselves, masculine or feminine, and allowing space and time for the nervous system to be healed and reset, it allows these higher abilities to activate as well as the telepathic energies. And so, as the feminines or the collective in general is again as each one of us drops deeper into our own self love and our unconditional self love and embracing our internal union, we're holding those energies, codes, and activations for those that are connected to us most deeply. Yes, for the overall collective, but for each one of us that's holding these energies or deepening our connection to these energies, just being in these essences is supportive for those that you love and those that are connected to you. And it drops into that beautiful energy of giving a deeper expression of how dropping into our authentic nature allows those around us to feel safe and comfortable to do the same. Okay. All right. So the masculines are definitely showing that they're going through a deep heart opening and internal healing that's allowing their higher support and higher connection energies to open as well. Now we're going to get some messages from the feminines and how this energy may be supporting, affecting, feeling, I don't know, whatever will come through for support for the feminines. Let's see what will be supportive. Oh, wow. Huh. Okay. Three came out and we started with the same card, guys. Look at that. Just further deepening what I just said about as we allow ourselves to heal, as like you've been working on it for quite some time, right? Whoever's here watching with me and this is resonating. And it's allowing those inner union energies to come online deeper and deeper, really dropping into this foundation of love. Again, to me, this pentacle always feels like, especially pentacles are the material world anyway, but the fact that it's this big giant red one, it always feels so physically manifested, so root chakra oriented. And so as you continue to focus on that nervous system support and that internal union energy, it's allowing things to stabilize and begin to materialize in those foundations of love. So it's coming through to continue as that feels right for you to drop into strengthening your energy into those lower chakras, holding that safe, stable space for yourself to feel comfortable in your own skin, in your own lane, in your true energies, nurturing and nourishing your nervous system, your heart, your body, your emotions, your spirit, your creativity, and really allowing this process. What I'm sensing is that this over here for the masculines feels a little bit like of a newer experience for them, where this with the feminines feels like the feminines have been in this process and are deepening and strengthening um this process for herself as she's building strength and momentum into those foundations of love, right? Because those start inside first. And this is beautiful. I'm very loving these energies. And so clearly, both masculine and feminine are in these supportive, nurturing, nourishing, healing energies, but also may still be feeling and processing some of the grief or the pains or the hurts. What I've been seeing in my mind eye is sort of like a weeding of the old garden, the old stories, the old self-doubts, the old rejection stories, or whatever have you that may be coming up, the grief. And what's being planted is the true seeds of love into the true foundation. Okay. So I'm excited because I do feel this essence coming in for the circles this afternoon, and I do want to bring in one more message overall. And since we're feeling this very nourishing energy, I want to bring in a message from the Priestess of Light deck, just bringing in some deeper support. Oh, two came, so we will take those. We have idyllic times, the Garden of Paradise, and the River of Blessings releasing constraints. I love this because it feels immediately to me about as we're moving into those true foundations of love. Like I said, it's a dance. We're still here, embodying into physical form in a physical world, bringing in the higher essences, moving into these higher ways of being and doing and loving and sharing and existing and creating communities of unity. And as we're dropping in those seeds, as we're dropping in the roots and embodying those energies deeper, it's also allowing us to release the constraints or blocks or membranes or old protective mechanisms that may have been holding us back from fully receiving the full river of blessings. Okay. So this is very much the work that we do here in these videos or any groups that I'm doing or messages I'm sharing. It's about dropping into and embodying who we fully are in each moment, right? Allowing ourselves to open to more and more of who we are, opening more and more to our own love, regardless of what's happening in the world around us, or even what might be happening within our divine counterpart twin flame connections, and truly establishing for ourselves as sovereign individuals our own river of blessings is through our own manifested higher creative being. And then as we're stepping into that, like I said, co-creating these new foundations and these new energies together. So like as we create it for ourselves, then we have the space and the bandwidth and the ability to dance and do this with others. And again, I think this is important because in the old way, we would sometimes get stuck in thinking things had to be perfect or everything had to be done before we could open up. And this feels like more about a dance of letting things to gently unfold, allowing your higher knowing and guidance to support you in knowing which steps to take and when to take them. Because a lot of this is through the process. The embodiment happens when we allow ourselves to start to open up to others in a way that feels safe and correct. This isn't just about opening up to anybody, anywhere, anytime necessarily. It's more so about knowing your standards and knowing what you would like to experience in your life and starting to allow yourself to invite and open to receiving and reciprocating in these sorts of energies and connections. And as I'm saying that, like I've said to you again, this is very important practice to be able to sustain your manifested sacred union partnership, right? And if you're already in that in a physical manner, you're wanting to continue to sustain and grow with that because you're already anchoring in the connection in a very physically manifested way. So wherever you are on this journey, whatever is in front of you, know that it's exactly perfect and exactly where you are meant to be. And all you really have to do is hold space for yourself to dance in the energies that feel correct for you and allow yourself, as you are ready, to start to build that foundation. As I was feeling into this, it's like what I'm sensing with those of you who have been working on your inner union. You may have really went through these deep healing processes and you still may be dancing with that, but you're noticing that way more of these inner union energies are becoming stronger and stronger. And maybe some of the deep hermiting is starting to fade away. Not that you don't have days or times where you need to hermit. I think it's a part of the whole process of caring for ourselves. But you may notice that your cup, your internal energy is becoming more and more full to the point where you are ready to open up to more connections and community and like sort of exploring and learning about who you are and what you want in your new foundation. And what I mean by knowing who you are is I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'm learning more and more about myself every single day. The more space I have for myself to explore the truth of who I am, right? And I'm holding that space for myself to experience and decide what feels right for me. And as we're building that deeper and deeper trust with ourselves, there is much more room to expand and explore in the energies. And as you let yourself open up to that process, this the same way you let yourself learn this healing process and how to deal with your triggers better and how to move into temperance energy. Now you're like expanding into practicing and creating that in your physical world on a more day-to-day basis with others, okay? And these are the foundations of love that we're co-creating in the world just by being present in these loving energies within our hearts, love. So, again, progress over perfection. And the progress is loving yourself unconditionally and working on those inner union energies in the sense that it's a process and a progress. And this is beautiful because we're here to grow and evolve and learn and enjoy life. Okay. And so there's more and more essence of the playfulness with this coming through. I am actually feeling like this might be a pocket where some of the collective, maybe especially some of the feminines, have been in a lot of deep healing states and really practicing and working. And now she's really ready to go into the deeper states of play and creativity and connection in new ways. So I guess we'll probably be talking about this a bit more soon on the channel. I'm going to leave this here again as we release any of the constraints to our true blessings and allowing ourselves to move forward into those idyllic times, restoring ourselves and creating those foundations of love. All right, my dears, beautiful. For those of you who have signed up for the circle, I'm very much looking forward to connecting with you soon. And for everyone else, I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for your connection, and I will be seeing you all soon. Love you. Bye.